Arirang Prime.
Right there. 자, 앞에서 빨리빨리 하나씩 잡으세요. 하나, 둘, 셋!
The kimchi eating contest begins. Kimchi, Korea's iconic spicy fermented food. It's widely known as one of the healthiest foods in the world, but it's also one of the most difficult foods to approach for Westerners. However, most of the participants here are Hawaiians. They're quite familiar with kimchi. Korean food appeared in Hawaii about a century ago. Most people don't know about that history, but Korean food still fascinates them.
Participants, I'm sorry, can you come forward one more time because he would like to take pictures for you guys.
Traces of the Korean diaspora are embedded in the local cuisine. How is the 100-year history of Koreans in Hawaii linked to today's culture? Emerald waves, gold sandy beaches, and the vast blue sky welcome people to Waikiki. This is Magic Island, where the annual Korean festival takes place. A reenactment of a traditional Korean wedding heightens the festival's atmosphere. Koreans only make up 3.3% of Hawaii's population, but the size of the Korean festival grows each year. I immigrated to Hawaii at the age of 10 in 1980. I studied French cuisine in Hawaii and became a chef. I was a little surprised when I was asked to host this documentary. I don't know much about Korean food, and this program reviews immigration history through food. But maybe that's why this project might be even more meaningful to me. Korean food has become very popular in Hawaii. But it's somewhat different from Korean food in the mainland US or Europe. There are some very traditional Korean dishes in Hawaii. Korean food is more than just a fad here. There's something powerful in it that captivates the local people.
Well, I love kimchi, and I like really spicy food, so I enjoy lots of barbecue with the different spices with it, yeah.
I've been to the first Korean festival when we first started, and I remember doing all of the work with just a handful of volunteers, and really just a handful of food booths and sponsors. But it's grown so large. We have food booths from all over the place, all kinds of different restaurants.
The history of Korean diaspora in Hawaii began with the arrival of an immigrant ship on January 13, 1903. Most of the immigrants worked on sugar plantations for 16 hours a day. The sugarcane industry flourished and set the stage for Hawaii today.
이건 새로운 거네?
A unique dish catches our eyes. This cup holds all the necessary ingredients to make bibimbap. Bibimbap is a Korean dish of rice mixed with seasoned vegetables and meat. It is mixed with a spicy sauce called gochujang. Gochujang is made with meju, which are fermented and air-dried soybean lumps molded into squares. Gochujang is made by mixing meju powder with ingredients such as chili powder, rice powder, and salt. Korean ancestors began making this spicy sauce in the late 18th century, and now each region has its own gochujang. The name bibimbap comes from the practice of mixing the ingredients together. Bibimbap is a rice dish mixed with various vegetables that are either fresh or seasoned. The amount of gochujang in the dish changes its taste.
Look at all the fresh vegetables in here and stuff. I mean, it's really a healthy thing. This is the actual meal, so this is what I buy.
Yeah, you can buy, and then I'm gonna mix together with the rice.
Oh, I see.
It's a compound word composed of the word bibim, which means mix, and bap, which means rice. Gochujang blends all the ingredients together.
So let's try it. So look at this. This looks good. Doesn't it look good? Yeah, it looks good. Noodles. It's warm. I didn't expect that.
I'll try. I know I like all food. Yeah. Good. That's a big bite.
Right. Whoa.
Good though, huh?
So how's the taste?
Excellent.
How does it taste?
It has a little.
Is that hot?
I would put hotter in. For
Wait,
me.
wait,
Oh, yeah.
wait for it. It comes.
Okay.
At the end, it comes. All of a sudden, it's like woo.
I like it.
And rice and vegetables, and the spices are totally different. So you know you're gonna have a whole unique flavor other than American. I have to say, American food can be very boring. It's always, you know, when Americans want something exciting, they go to another nation for their food.
It's very good. It's very good. Delicious. I love the kimchi, the vegetables in there. It just hits the spot. Especially because I'm so hot right now.
My wife wants hers spicy, in Korean style.
오케이. 캐리 거. 오케이. 야, 맛있겠다. 고소한 냄새. 너무 맛있겠다. 참기름도 들어가고, 뭐, 비빔밥에 들어갈 거는 다 들어갔지. 자, 우와.
이게 바로 비빔밥의 제 색깔이라는.
그러니까 나는 매운 거를 요새 잘 안 먹으니까 좀 덜 맵게 하는데 그래도 제대로 맛이 나네. 근데 이제 우리 엄마의 손맛하고는 조금 틀려. 그치? 집에서 먹는 거하고는.
Bibimbap's flavor changes depending on its ingredients. I became curious about these ingredients, which are hard to find in Hawaii.
재료들을 어디서 구하셨어요?
저희가 집에서 길러가지고.
진짜요? 이 많은 것들을? 예. 그거를 한번 구경할 수 있을까요? 저희가? 아유, 감사합니다. 예. 찾아뵐게요. 제가. 예.
Hawaii is a volcanic island. The subtropical climate provides the perfect environment for pineapples and sugar canes, but it's not suitable for growing Korean vegetables. How did she get her hands on such a variety of vegetables? I visited Kim Young-ja's house the next day to find the answer.
안녕하세요. 예, 반갑습니다. 예. 예, 너무 감사합니다. 예. 와, 멋있다. 안녕하세요, 사모님. 예, 반갑습니다. 예, 예. 잘 지내셨죠? 예, 죄송합니다. 이렇게 시다가 돼서.
아니요, 잘 오셨어요.
지금 너무 멋지세요.
Kim Young-ja immigrated to Hawaii in 2001.
채소하고 이 밭하고, 야, 이 채소들이 너무 건강해 보이는데요. 여기에 몇 가지의 종류를 키우세요?
네, 한 20여 가지 될 것 같아요.
It's difficult to grow Korean vegetables on Hawaiian soil. What's the secret behind her garden?
하와이는 워낙에도 키우기 힘든데.
예, 처음에는 땅이 이렇게 너무 딱딱해가지고 잘 안 됐었어요. 그래서 땅을 뒤집어가지고 조금 가라앉을 때까지 좀 놔둬야 돼요. 네, 이건 비빔나물인데요. 네, 데쳐가지고 나물로 시금치 나물처럼 이렇게 해먹거든요. 이번에 코리안 페스티벌에도 이거를 아주 유용하게 잘 썼어요.
그게 제가 먹은 그 비빔밥에 쓰신 거예요?
예.
예, 너무 맛있게 잘 먹었어요, 그냥. 그 비빔밥에 쓰신 채소들이 다 이 밭에서 나온 것들인가요?
예.
Her bibimbap made with homegrown vegetables was very delicious. But what really impresses me is that she can grow all these vegetables in Hawaiian soil. We decided to cook up something with fresh vegetables.
위에 거만 따셨네요. 이 뿌리 부분까지 다 따야 그게 더 맛있는데 더 좋은 거래요.
죄송합니다. 제가 몰라서요. 양식 요리를 할 때, 샐러드를 쓸 때는요, 이 밑에 부분을 잘 안 써요. 이게 조금 더 질기잖아요, 이게. 예, 그러니까 연한 부분들만 써서 이게 고급 요리로 돼서 그렇게 하거든요.
I only recently found out about the health benefits of dandelion, but Koreans have been cooking with it for hundreds of years. We start with kale. In Korea, people often parboil vegetables. This results in a slight nutrient loss, but it's better for digestion and absorption. She uses various sauces to season kale, but of course, doenjang is the main condiment. Soy sauce is made by submerging meiju blocks in salt water. Doenjang is made by grinding the leftover meiju. It has a longer history than gochujang, over 2,000 years.
된장이나 고춧가루를 많이 사용 안 하시나요?
예, 이거 그냥 데친 나물이니까 살짝만 하면 되거든요. 자체 맛이 있으니까요. 약간만.
How does this Korean-style seasoned kale taste?
So this is kale. The flavor is a little bit different. It's a little bit stronger than the spinach, the Okinawan spinach or the French spinach that I had before. But not as bitter as I've experienced it before. I think because it was steamed and then dried, it helped with getting rid of some of that bitterness to make it a little bit more even flavored. And the help of the doenjang and the gochugaru and also the sesame oil, it helps to balance out all of the flavors and kind of take the edge off of the flavor, the bitter flavor of the vegetable itself. I think it's excellent.
Koreans in particular love chives because it gives a boost of energy.
왜 손으로 그렇게 하세요?
처음에는 반죽을 해가지고 손으로 다 꾹꾹 눌러줘야 골고루 밀가루가 퍼지거든요.
네,
기지개로는 잘 안 돼요.
그렇죠.
Gochujang is a signature Korean dish. Jan refers to Korean pancakes made by coating various ingredients in flour and egg, then pan-frying them in oil.
네, 어때요? 잘 나왔어요?
와, 정말 예쁘게 잘 나왔네요. 맛있겠네요. 고소해. 너무 맛있어.
괜찮아요?
이 부추가 정말 맛있어요.
네. 햇볕을 많이 좀 자란 거라서요. 굉장히 향이 좀 다를 거예요. 사서 먹는 거.
네, 우리 하와이에 이 강한 햇빛을 받아서 좀 강한 맛이 나오는.
햇볕이 진짜 강하잖아요.
예.
Mrs. Kim made 2 dishes for me, and now it's my turn. I'm going to make dandelion salad. Of course, it won't be Korean style.
먼저 알몬드가 들어가요. 알몬드를 아주 구수하게. 이거는 그냥 살짝 볶아서 이 기름을 내는 거예요. 그게 이 드레싱의 메인 포인트가 되는 거예요. 이게 그 베이컨 기름이 구수하고 맛있으니까 버리지 않고 그 요리의 한 가지가 되는 거예요.
근데 느끼하지 않을까요?
전혀 느끼하지 않아요.
아니 저 같으면은 이런 요리를 할 줄 모르니까 그냥 올리브유 쓰거든요.
예, 그렇죠. 여기에 올리브 오일도 들어가요. 근데 올리브 오일은 저는 마지막에 그 향이 너무 좋으니까 마지막에 살짝 뿌려주는 거예요. 올리브 오일 살짝 가지고 정말 많이 안 나요. 근데 메인은 이거예요. 발사믹 비니거예요. 이 검은 식초인데. 뜨거운 이 드레싱을 이 위에다가 뜨거운 상태에서 살짝 올려주는 거예요. 거기에다가 볶은 알몬드 그리고 얘를 살짝 데쳐주는 거예요. 그러니까 이게 살짝 데쳐지면서 조금의 그 쓴맛이 없어지고
기름이 살짝 데쳐지는
거예요. 살짝이.
I top off the salad with a mashed boiled egg. This will add a soft texture at the end.
맛있네요.
괜찮으세요?
네, 처음 먹어보는 맛이에요.
입에 잘 맞아요?
이게 민들레가 굉장히 쓴 건데
네.
쓴맛이 좀 별로 안 쓰고요.
네. 그러니까 그 식초가 그런 역할을 해주는 거예요. 당이 많고 그리고 그 식초의 그 신맛 그게 그 쓴맛을 조금 없애주고 그리고 살짝 데쳐주니까 더 그 쓴맛이 없어지고
진짜 맛있어요.
감사합니다.
처음
다행이네요. 감사합니다.
I'm proud and happy that she likes my food. In the past, it was even more difficult to grow Korean vegetables, for there was not enough time or resources. How did early immigrants live on sugar plantations? I retraced their steps.
They had a grass hut.
This is a recreated sugar plantation village. Many tourists come here.
Because when the Hawaiians built their house, they built it so that the trade winds can go right through the house and keep the house cool, like that. And the Hawaiians, this would have
The 1910 census records that sugar plantation laborers made up over 40% of Hawaii's total population. They were immigrants from several countries, including Korea. Thankfully, mud huts disappeared over time.
A lot of things have changed since when they first immigrated to Hawaii. This is a much more upgraded home that you can find in typical 1917 plantation families.
Koreans made up 10% of the total sugar plantation laborers in 1910. Their houses had something that other immigrants' houses didn't have.
So you can see that all the houses are very similar from the outside. The interior decorations are a little bit different, but what distinguishes Korean homes from other nationalities is the hangari outside. They made kimchi, they made kanjang and doenjang, and they stored them in the hangari, which is very typical Korean, very traditionally Korean.
Pots full of doenjang, gochujang, and kimchi. Owners of these pots were probably women who were first to make Korean food in Hawaii. To learn more about them, I decided to visit someone,
안녕하세요. 예, 반갑습니다.
Lee Duck-hee has studied Korean immigrants' history in Hawaii for a long time. She told me an interesting story about the women who introduced Korean food to Hawaii.
그래가지고 천년이 케이크. 이거는 이제 이 사람들의 2세들 사진이야. 응? So by 1910 census, we had 4,533 people living in Hawaii. 4,500 people include about 500 women. So the ratio of man and woman was like a 8-to-1 or 7-to-1 kind of. And so there was no woman. I mean,
Healthy men needed wives.
So about 680 picture brides came between 1910 and 1924.
Marriage was arranged with just a photo, and these brides were called picture brides. Carrying just a picture in their hands, these young women crossed the Pacific Ocean to meet their life partners. I wanted to know more about their lives. Lee Duck-hee from Hawaii Immigrant Institute introduced me to someone.
Hi, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Mary Zarbo is a second-generation Korean American.
Long time no see.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's it, yeah.
Mary Zarbo turned 97 this year. Her mother was also a picture bride.
This is my mom waiting for a boat.
She wants to show me an old picture of her mother.
And that's an old picture of her. This is my mom and her.
In 1915, Chun Yun-hee boarded a ship heading to Hawaii. She was only 18 years old. Chun Yun-hee was born to a wealthy family. However, her siblings all died young from disease, and her mother agreed to send her daughter to Hawaii that had more advanced medical technology. The young picture bride boarded the ship in excitement, using a Japanese passport because Korea was under Japan's colonial rule then. However, the groom who waited for the 18-year-old Yun-hee was not the young man she saw in the photo.
My father sent a picture of himself 30 years older than my mom.
Oh, wow.
And when he sent his picture, it was a picture of a young man.
Many picture brides were tricked into marrying old men, and their new environment was far from comforting.
So when she came here, she didn't know how to cook or anything, and she just cried for days, you know.
Oh, no.
And she had to go to Maui. That's where the plantation was.
I see.
She stopped crying and began making Korean food.
So how did she learn how to, cook and all of that when she got here?
So Korean ladies, who were already there, they felt very sorry for her, and they took her under their wing,
right.
And they taught her how to cook, and they taught her how to survive that awful situation.
I see.
See, it was boarded room, and you had to feed 3 meals a day. It was a chore, but she did. She made all her own kimchi. I always thought her kimchi was the best. I mean, she made good kimchi.
Kimchi made by the picture brides began serving an important role.
I understand that she made kimchi and to sell, right, to help with the Korean independence movement.
Oh yeah, yeah. They go to church and help make kimchi,
right?
And it was all a concerted effort by all the women's club.
Chun Yun-hee and other picture brides of the Korean Women Relief Society enthusiastically raised funds for independence by selling kimchi and posters of the proclamation of Korean independence. But how much kimchi could they sell 100 years ago? Was it possible to raise a fund with kimchi? a second-generation Japanese who grew up with Korean immigrants on sugar plantations, answered these questions. James is a second-generation Japanese American.
When you were a child, having tasted Korean food and things like that.
Yeah. I had a friend, he's Kim, Kenneth Kim.
And he grew up in the plantation with you?
Yes.
Okay.
So I got to, he would, when we get together, or maybe at his house,
right,
we'd have that beef, that
장조림 or galbi?
Galbi.
Oh, okay.
And mandu and stuff like that. He would prepare that for us.
Terrific.
So I kind of grew up eating Korean food.
So are you...
Second-generation immigrants grew up eating Korean food and became its consumers.
Everybody this is here. Kind of the Hawaiian area.
That's why when this Women's Relief Society, a woman start fundraising, they could sell the kimchi.
Immigrants from various countries comforted each other by sharing their food. One such food was kimchi.
By the 1930s, the kimchi was well, accepted by all the ethnic groups over here. So Joe Kim actually made the so-called factory making kimchi.
Hawaii was probably the very first place in the world to have a kimchi factory. I found out that a kimchi factory that opened in the 30s is still operating today. I decided to pay a visit.
How are you?
Irish is a third-generation Korean American.
Oh, the smell of fresh kimchi in the morning. So good, yeah? Hello!
Everybody.
Oh, I like your hat.
We get the vegetables come directly from the farms.
Okay.
We pick it up every morning, directly from the farm. Then we'll just go ahead and start cutting it, washing it. Wash it twice. We'll always wash the vegetable twice. Then it goes in the vat where we'll start to salt it. Then it will stay in the salt overnight.
Oh, okay.
These,
traditional way?
The traditional way. This that you see is from last night.
Oh, this is last night?
This is last night. This was yesterday's cut.
Okay.
And 4 days from the ground.
Wow.
We take the kimchi. We don't do like in Korea where you bury it in the ground and make it sour. Our kimchi, they like it nice, fresh, and crispy. They like that crispy crunch.
While looking around the factory, I met another picture bride from Irish's family.
Wow, she's gorgeous. Look at that.
Mike's mother, Dorothy, was a daughter of a picture bride. She learned how to make kimchi from her mother. Mike's grandmother came to Hawaii in 1920 as a picture bride and had 10 children. Dorothy passed away at the young age of 41 from cancer. After her mother's death, Mike grew up under his maternal grandparents' care.
Grandma would make food. Grandpa would plant vegetables in the backyard and the chili pepper trees and everything to make the kimchi and stuff. And so yeah, they stayed very traditional. I would just come home because there was always kimchi. So I'd take kimchi, put it on a slice of bread, fold it, and eat it, and run outside and go play. A kimchi sandwich.
Wow.
My grandmother would look at that in amazement. On bread? She couldn't figure it out.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Bread? No.
It doesn't work like that.
Rice. Go get the rice. So I grew up just bread and kimchi.
Kimchi changed over time as it was passed down from the picture bride to her daughter, and again to her daughter's son. Irish's kimchi is the first Hawaiian-style kimchi that I've tried.
This is the flavor I remember when I was a kid. When I first came here from Korea, I remember buying kimchi from the store, and this is the flavor.
Holm's Kimchi opened around 1930. In 1999, Mike Irish took office as the CEO. and established the company as a kimchi brand that represents Hawaii.
And you grew up with your mom's kimchi, so nobody can beat mom's kimchi. I cannot beat mom's kimchi. Nobody can beat mom's kimchi.
You won't even try.
Yeah, I won't even try.
Chun Yun-hui came to Hawaii at the age of 18 as a picture bride. She wrote about her life in 7 notebooks. And she passed away at the age of 101 in 1997. History may be forgotten, but it never disappears. Sugar plantation laborers and their picture brides. Their food became a part of life for the immigrants who shared the time's joys and sorrows. And over time, it took on different forms in this great melting pot of diverse cultures.
Very appetizing, so I like to start with kimchi with my meal. So I like to try different types of kimchi.
The global well-being trend is fueling Korean cuisine to fame.
Well, you know, Korean food right now is one of the hottest foods in America, right? I mean, every food magazine that you open up is talking about kimchi and gochujang and kalbi, which is great. You know, it's become a very popular kind of cuisine. And then you see the ingredients being used in other kinds of dishes, you know, that sometimes make sense and sometimes don't. Like Korean tacos. I mean, I think it's a great flavor combination.
Considering how picture brides sold kimchi to raise funds for Korea's independence from Japan, this particular dish strikes me as ironic. It's Japanese takoyaki with kimchi. The cook pours Japanese-style takoyaki sauce and puts kimchi on top. Japanese street food and traditional Korean food merge. Once he tops off kimchi with katsuobushi, it becomes the popular kimchi takoyaki.
너무 맛있어요. 김치 맛이 확 올라오면서 이 오징어 맛하고 조합이 되는 게 어느 나라의 사람이더라도 이걸 쉽게 즐길 수 있을 것 같아요.
Many Korean fusion dishes emerged in Hawaii, but some stuck to traditions.
계세요? 네. 네. 안녕하세요. 아이고 반갑습니다. 아 예. 아이 김치 장갑 잘 담그신다고 생각하고 제가 고맙습니다.
Lee Sung-hui is a Korean American who immigrated to Hawaii in 1972.
이 배추는 캘리포니아에서 온 배추고.
아 예.
요 작은 거는 작은 배추는 이 하와이산이에요.
아 그렇구나. 그러면 김치를 담글 때 이 씹는 느낌이나 뭐 맛이나 뭐 틀린 점이 있나요?
틀린 점 아무래도 이게 더 아삭아삭하죠. 큰 게
조금 더 간단하고
캘리포니아에서 오는 게.
아 그렇구나.
그게 이 기후에 따라 틀려지거든요.
네네.
아무래도 캘리포니아는 여기보다는 캘리포니아가 더 이 기온 차이가 있기 때문에 더 감질이 더 아삭아삭하죠.
다른 거 먼저 드셔보시죠.
예, 예.
I became intrigued about traditional kimchi. The lesson begins with Napa cabbage.
붙은 점이 있네요. 이 하와이 배추가 무 같은 살짝 매콤한 그런 게 있고 이게
Napa cabbage is the main ingredient of kimchi.
양념을 만드시는 거예요, 지금?
양념, 네, 김치 양념 만드는 거예요. 이거는 이제 무하고 생강하고 갈아 갖고서는 여기다가 이제 버무리는 거죠. 그러면 무가 들어가니까 시원하고 또 잘 버무려지고. 이건 전라도식이에요.
아, 전라도에서 김장을 그렇게.
네.
Lee Song-hee is from Jeollado Province. Jeollado kimchi is known for its rich, strong sauce and flavor. It is deemed the best kimchi in Korea. Salted Napa cabbage is left aside for a day. Now it's time to put in the sauce, chili powder, sugar, garlic, green onion, fish sauce, oysters and shrimp go in the marinade.
다른 사람들이 많이 안 쓰는 새우하고 굴하고 액젓을 씁니다.
네, 새우를 넣으시면은 이 맛이 어떻게 틀리나요?
새우를 넣으면은요 김치가 감칠맛이 납니다.
Homemade kimchi tastes different according to the local ingredients that are used. There are distinct regional kimchi varieties, many of which are still unknown to foreigners. In some areas, people even put fish or pork in their kimchi. I have yet to try those.
색깔이 정말 이쁘네요. 그대로 먹어도 맛있겠어요?
맛도 이뻐요.
그쵸? 고춧가루는 여기에서 구하시나요?
아니요, 고춧가루는 한국에서 갖다 씁니다. 여기서 사서 쓰는 고추는 이 김치를 해도 고춧가루하고 김치하고 이렇게 겉돌아요.
이게 잘 묻혀지지가 않고.
그게 안 되는데 한국에서 갖다 쓰는 그 한국산 고춧가루는 김치를 만들어 놓으면 김치 속으로 다 퍼져요. 한번 드셔보실래요?
네, 너무 맛있어 보여요. 안 물어보시지 않고.
제가 해드릴게요.
네. 와, 진짜 맛있겠다.
자, 맛이 어때요?
너무 맛있어요.
너무 맛있어요?
간이 너무 잘 됐어요. 그리고 새우하고 굴하고 그 맛이, 그 깊은 맛이 나면서 정말 추억의 맛이에요, 이게. 제가 한번 해볼까요?
예, 해보세요.
한번 봐주세요.
네.
제가 제대로 하고 있는지.
네, 제가 봐드리겠습니다.
가르쳐주세요. 그러면 먼저 이렇게 위에다가 이렇게 하셨죠?
네.
그러고 속으로 사이사이에다가
넣으시고요.
줄기도 이게 조금씩 들어가야 되죠? 이렇게.
잘하시네요.
아유, 감사합니다.
김치공장 취직하셔도 되겠습니다.
아이고, 그 정도는 아닌 것 같아요.
In Korea, people make kimchi in bulk before winter. This process is called gimjang. All winter long, kimchi ensures that there are vitamins and minerals on the meal table. And on Gimjang Day, after all the hard work, people eat boiled pork as a little reward.
정말 제가 텔레비에서만 본 김장하고 나서 수육하고 같이.
Known as suyuk in Korea, it's boiled pork belly. Although I've seen this on TV, I've never tried it myself. On the Gimjang Day, people must put some fresh cabbage leaves aside so that they can eat it with pork later.
너무 맛있어 보이네요. 어디서 어떻게 먹어야 되는지 좀 말씀을 해주세요.
넣고 그 다음에 돌돌 말아서
In Korean, in this situation, I guess you say, 지긴다. This is one of the most perfect complements of different flavors that I've tasted. The meat with the flavorings in the meat, and the kimchi, the flavorings for the kimchi and the cabbage all work together in a way where not anything really sticks out, yet you taste everything, and everything balances out really well. It's not too spicy, not too salty, not too much meat, not too much vegetable. It's just perfect. I could be happy just eating this every day, all day long. Thank you. 감사합니다.
You're welcome.
너무 맛있어.
Its long history is not the only reason that Korean food became a part of Hawaiian culture. This restaurant, one of my favorites, proves it.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hello, buddy. How you doing?
All right, you looking good, bro. Long time no see. Yeah. So this is Sang. He's one of my classmates. Yeah, from KCC. When we were going to school, I was a little bit better than him, but yeah, he's a very successful guy.
Hi, 안녕하세요.
An Sang-sin is a second-generation Korean American. This joint is always crowded with people.
How many, 2 or 1? 4? Kimchi.
Customers can choose 4 banchans here. Banchan refers to side dishes that Koreans eat with their rice.
Even in Hawaii, plate lunches were just plate lunches. But now, because Korean food is a lot more healthier with the side dishes, banchans, that I say Korean food is really making a big statement.
In Korean cuisine, banchan serves an important role of creating harmony with rice. They are the source of nutrients and flavors, and also the reason why people come to this restaurant.
I love Korean barbecue. It's really delicious. And it's healthy.
Right.
It's healthy food. It's really delicious. That's what I like about it.
Korean barbecue is one of the most popular dishes. Hawaii's Korean barbecue is saltier, spicier, and sweeter than the original in Korea. It was changed to suit Hawaiians' tastes. But Korean barbecue can be found practically everywhere in the world. However, there's a special meat dish that only exists in Hawaii.
What do you like?
Can I have a meat john plate, please?
Okay. 밑전. Yes, 밑전. Okay. 밑전이라는 게 아주 너나 나나 다 좋아해요.
Meatjeon is Korean-style pancake made with meat. In Korea, jeon refers to flat, pan-fried vegetables and meat coated in egg and batter. Meat is gogi in Korean, so meatjeon translates into gogijeon. In the past, when meat was scarce, gogijeon was a precious dish that people offered during ancestral rites. Then how is Hawaii's meatjeon different from Korea's gogijeon? Hawaii's meatjeon is made with beef shank. It is cut into half-centimeter slices and marinated in soy sauce, sugar, rice wine, garlic, and sesame oil. Then, after 24 hours, each slice is coated in flour.
And then you just gonna layer one by one, but like that, right? And you just gonna just flour a little bit.
So what do you think for the local people? You know, why do you think they enjoy the meatjeon? You know,
I think
it's one of the most popular dishes. Right?
Yes, in Hawaii. I think it's because everybody loves egg in Hawaii, right?
Yeah. Local,
yeah, right. So, you know, the egg, and also, it's the sauce. A lot of people like to dip in everything in sauce in Hawaii, so I think that's the two main reasons why.
And it's fried.
Whenever he receives an order, he coats the meat in flour and eggs and pan fries it. There's another difference in the cooking process. In Korea, people lightly pan fry gochujang with little oil, but in Hawaii, it's almost deep fried.
Is so good. What I love about it is the taste of it and the egg around the meat, and it's just so good with, you know, the sauce that you guys make, and it's just really ono. So yeah.
Their service is filled with jong. Jong is an untranslatable word that refers to the unique Korean sentiment of kinship. Maybe that's why this restaurant stays busy until other nearby stores close for the day.
모든 음식이 다 우리 패밀리 기준으로 먹기 때문에 그래서 아마 손님들이 좋아하는 것 같아요.
The people, everybody is so nice and they know your name when you walk in the door. I feel like everybody will know your name when you walk in the door at Gina's.
It's aloha.
Yeah.
Before I began my journey, I merely thought that Korean food became popular in Hawaii because of K-drama and K-pop. However, there's more to it than that. Korean food in Hawaii is a blend of picture brides' culinary practices from a century ago and people's love for Korean food culture. When I realized this, one woman came across my mind. I will cook for her today.
Hello.
어머니 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Hello.
먹을 건데.
맛있는 거. 내가 맛있는 거 해야지.
It's my first time making Korean food at Mom's house. Today, I'm going to make dakbokkeumtang, braised spicy chicken, that Mom used to make when I was little. Of course, it will be in my style. My mom used to make me this dish when we first came to Hawaii. I was a teenager back then.
볶아지면서 이렇게 느끼하게 구워지잖아. 그러면은 여기에 되게 구수한 맛이 나. 이렇게 껍질하고 이런 색깔이 나야 돼. 이렇게. 고추장을 먼저 볶아줘. 이렇게 볶아주면은 그 콩 맛이 없어지면서 되게 부드러워지고 조금 단맛이 훨씬 더 많이 나. 이제 이게 고추장이 볶아졌고 색깔이 조금 이래. 진해졌지.
매콤 달콤 냄새가 나. (35년) 전 저희가 80년 4월 19일 날 김포공항에서 가져온 거예요. 이민 가는 사람들을 위해서 공항에다 배치해 놨었어요. 그때 이민들을 많이 나갔었잖아요. 그래서 2개, 저 방에 하나 있고 여기 하나 있고.
I loved my mother's Korean food, but I became a French food chef.
맛있겠다. 맛있겠지?
By the time I immigrated to Hawaii in 1980, people no longer labored on sugar plantations and soothed their hardship with food. I liked Korean food, but maybe it was something I had to reject in order to adapt to the local culture. My mother used to make me dakbokkeumtang and leave for work. Eating her food after school had the power to fill the empty house with her presence.
맛있다. 살살 녹아.
녹아? 괜찮아?
매콤 달콤 아주 맛있어.
소스 찍어서.
소스 찍어서 먹고.
괜찮아?
괜찮네.
다행이네.
너무 잘하네 우리 아들. 고마워 아들.
I'm happy and thankful to see my mom enjoy my first Korean food. It has been 110 years since Korean immigrants first came to sugarcane plantations in 1903. The lives of 700 women changed with just a photo. And their kimchi began a wave of independence movement. Ever since its liberation in 1945, Korea has been spreading its food culture to all corners of the world. And Korean food carries a certain spirit that goes beyond its enticing flavor. I'm a second-generation Korean American at the very end of that history. This journey did not just teach me about Korean food, it helped me find my identity.